Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. One of the things I try to do in my vlogs is to provide information, to share news stories that you otherwise probably would not see. Some of them are very interesting. Some of them perhaps not so interesting, but something that I think you should know about and things that I think have important ramifications. And this is going to be one of those stories. Here's the headline: Latvia wants U.S. troops and is ready to pay for them. Now, what's the meaning of this? Why is this so important? If you've been paying attention to the news, then you know that Donald Trump, President Trump, has talked about pulling some troops out of Germany because Germany is not paying their required or promised 2% of GDP to NATO. So Trump is saying, rightfully, in my opinion, well, if Germany is not going to pay for troops to be in their country, protecting them from the Russians, and contract with the Russians for a gas pipeline from Russia to Germany instead of buying from us, well, why? And we're not taking all the troops out of there, but I think he was talking about 7,000, 8,000. That's the background of this story. So Latvia stepped up and said that if Germany, well, let me just give you a quote here. Latvia's defense minister announced today his country is willing to house American troops if the Trump administration follows through on its decision to pull thousands of troops out of Germany, becoming the second NATO ally to ask for those troops to be housed within its borders. The other country being Poland. Quote, "We are ready," and this is an official announcement, "we are ready to invest to receive a certain amount of American troops on Latvian soil," unquote, Minister of Defense and Deputy Prime Minister Artis Pabriks said. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. Quote, "We are not trying to punish the Germans. We don't want to compete with them. But if it's really inevitable, then we are ready to receive you," meaning us, the Americans, unquote, he added. Now, I am not a military man. I am not an expert on military matters or strategy, but I would think that this would be a no-brainer. This would be an excellent deal that the Trump administration should consider, because look at this map. As you can see, we would be on the same side of the Russian border as Germany is. So we are closer, but on the same side. But as you can see from the map, if we have troops in Germany and Latvia, we have troops on two sides of Russia. Strategically, to me, that would seem to make a lot of sense. I would think that if that happens, I would think just a thought of that possibly happening would be giving a little bit of irritation to Vladimir Putin. If we actually put troops in Latvia, that is something that I imagine would keep him up at night, definitely keep his military people up at night, and definitely, I would say certainly, prevent the Russians from invading Latvia, trying to annex Latvia as they did with Crimea. But it also makes me wonder, causes me a little bit of concern, that now that Latvia has promulgated this proposal, maybe we should rush to take advantage of that proposal and put our troops in there ASAP before the Russians go into Latvia to prevent it from happening. I would hope that the chances of that are very small, but if I were the president, I would move quickly. I would take the Latvians up on that offer. I would put the troops from Germany, even if Germany changes her mind and decides to pay up what they owe, I would still do it simply as a strategic matter. I would put troops in Latvia since, number one, we have the location. Number two, Latvia is offering to pay for the troops. probably for obvious reasons. Well, I'll say two again. Number one, to dissuade the Russians from doing to Latvia what they did to Crimea. Again, a reason why I think we should now take up Latvia's offer and move as quickly as possible before the Russians, who are right next door, can act, because as you can see, Russia is on the border with Latvia. The second reason number two, is, and I'm sure this is another of the reasons why Germany does not want to see us pull troops out of Germany. The number one reason being because of the Russians, but I think it's a loss of revenue from the money that American troops and their support staff spend in Germany. I'm sure it contributes a pretty good chunk to the German economy. And now, if we move troops to Latvia, then we would be benefiting the Latvian economy. Even if the Latvian government pays for the troops, they make it up among their own people, I'm sure, with the revenue. And that's not taking into account, again, that we serve as a bulwark against Russia and Russia's expansionism. I'm just going to leave it there for today. I hope I didn't bore you too much with this little information about a tiny country, Latvia, that we really never talk about, but I thought it was important. As I said, I think it's personally important, or I personally think it's important. I wanted you to know about it, and now that you do, the only other thing I'd want, or would like, if it's not too much trouble, is to give me a thumbs up if you like this vlog. Share with anybody you think would also like the vlog. You can put comments, questions, suggestions for future topics in the comment section below the vlog. I love getting subscribers, so if all of you could subscribe, that would really be great. And get a bunch of your friends to subscribe too. Why not, right? Everybody join in the fun. But most of all, come back and see me again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.